What's up, little ding dongs? So here is my first YouTube video. I'm a dude from TikTok. I talk about fitness on TikTok. I've been banned from going live on TikTok for a week, so I thought, why not? Let's make my first YouTube video. And I want to do this about beginner mistakes, basically. Stuff I've done, stuff I get as questions from other people, stuff I've seen other people do as well. Stop, for the love of God, trying to be shredded when you're just starting out. This whole obsession that we have with needing to have a six-pack right now and to be in a low body fat percentage right now when you literally just started is dumb as hell. You don't even have muscle. What are you trying to shred and show? You literally haven't made any gains. You literally, right, are in the prime of your training years. But particularly if you're a newbie, you have newbie gains to make. Even more so if you're a teenager and a newbie, you have all the hormonal benefits at that age of puberty to really make gains and train hard. So going to the deficit is a dumb idea to try and get shredded. You don't know what your body fat percentage is, so stop basing all your fitness decisions and goals off of getting a certain body fat percentage or getting your body fat percentage to a number, whatever number it might be. It's so arbitrary and meaningless. So stop doing that. Focus on building. It's the best time for it. Enjoy it. Don't stress about getting shredded right now. You literally have literally zero place, right? Thinking about getting shredded in your first 2 to 3 years of training. Zero. Rest is super underrated. And what I mean is all of these kids or people starting out, they just don't appreciate how important rest is. They'll do what I did. This is a mistake I made. In the first year and a half of training, I didn't take a single day off of the gym. No kidding. Like, gyms were shut, I trained at home. Christmas, whatever, I trained. So that was a bad idea, right? And in my head, it made sense because it's like, oh, if you train harder or train more often, you build more muscle, you know. The rest is for losers. No, you've got to grind hard. Nonsense. Training in the gym stimulates growth. It causes damage. You develop and grow muscle outside of the gym, right? In your sleep, in your rest days. So taking rest is important for that. And also, you can't just linearly keep getting stronger and getting bigger. You have to have rest days. You just have to. It's not just your muscles. You have to rest your joints, your tendons, all of that stuff. It's a very good idea to take at least one rest day a week. Learn what deloads are for and utilize them when you need to. But ultimately, just have some rest, bro. It's not that deep, right? You don't have to pretend like you're grinding or dying. Like, grind or die, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. You need to take some rest days. It's beneficial for your progress. And I wish I knew this when I first started and was smarter about it. One rest day a week would have made a big difference to how I felt and injuries, preventing them as well. Bulking, cutting, basically bullshit terms you literally don't need to worry about. I get kids asking me this all the time, like, oh, should I bulk now? Should I cut now? Blah, blah. I'm this height, I'm this body weight, I'm this body fat percentage, which they do not know. Forget all of that. If you're a newbie starting out, just lean bulk. Just get enough protein, right? 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. Lift to get stronger in the gym. Be consistent, and that is it. You know, have your rest days, all of that, and that's it. You don't need to stress about, do I need to bulk? Do I need to cut? Like, it doesn't matter. Just don't stress. The beginning question I always get is, what's the perfect split? Should I do upper and lower? Should I do full body? Should I do push-pull legs? Should I train 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days? Basically, there is no such thing as the perfect split, okay? They all will work as long as you're hitting each muscle group more than once per week. And even then, once per week can work if you have enough training volume per muscle group per week. Stop stressing about the perfect split. It doesn't exist. Time for a cheeky little lunch break, and I have here 4 eggs, some spinach, kale, peppers, fried with some seeds and nuts on top, cherry tomatoes, and then some rice. And obviously, you've got to get that protein shake in. So yeah, back to the video. The next big one is really about how long-term, your mindset basically, in terms of your training. So people tend to be very short-term focused when they're starting out. They want results right now, and they get caught up in doing these certain hacks or shortcuts to get them the result they want. And really, most of the time, the actual real solution is you just need to be more patient and take time. Like, oh, how do I fix my mind-muscle connection? It's not working. Or, oh, I have asymmetry. I have one side bigger than the other. How do I fix it? Literally, the solution to all of these problems, it isn't anything necessarily you're doing wrong. It's more likely that you're just too short-term focused. And if you gave it more time, you would build a mind-muscle connection, because that takes time to build. It's not magic. You don't just go, oh, I can feel the muscle better now. It takes time to build that awareness. The funny one I also always get from kids is, all right, bro, I can bench this much. I'm this height, I'm this age. Is that good? And my answer is always, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's good, right? And what I mean by that is, unless you are literally a competitive powerlifter or something, comparing your strength, there is no arbitrary standard that you need to compare yourself against. It literally doesn't matter. And all that actually does matter is you progressing whatever that number is that you can currently do, and slowly progress, incrementally getting better and stronger at that over time. That's all it is. Trying to think like, oh, is this good or bad? Like, it's super vague and it doesn't matter, right? If your goal is to build muscle, it really doesn't matter. You just need to progressively get better and stronger over time. The deeper point there is stop worrying about trying to impress other people with your training. That's what big beginner mistake is. They're doing things constantly to try and impress their friends and their mates, when instead of thinking, this is for me, I need to focus on me making progress and doing better for myself, not what looks cool or what is impressive on social media, which is the dumbest thing that beginners do. And then one of the major things I always get is, bro, what should I eat? What's the best diet? What's the perfect diet? How do I eat to like just gain muscle and no fat? And like, the answer is stop overcomplicating nutrition. Like, bodybuilding, gaining muscle, training is some basic ass BS. It really is very simple in terms of the actual mechanics of what you need to do. And it's the same for nutrition. You don't need to overcomplicate it, right? People always ask me, is it 1 gram per pound of protein? Is it this, is that? Just get more protein, right? The 1 gram per pound is way more than you need already, right? You could do with 0.8 grams per pound of body weight and still be fine. But the point is, if you get 0.7, if you get 0.9, your body isn't going to stop building muscle. Like, it's not the way it works. Your body's still going to build muscle, especially if you've increased your protein intake versus what it was like before. It's still going to work. Your body's not going to be like, 0.76 grams instead of 0.89. Ridiculous. I'm not going to build muscle anymore. It still is, right? So don't stress about that. Keep it simple. You don't need supplements right off the bat. I get kids asking me this all the time, beginners. Oh, what supplements do I take? You take, bro. What should I take? What should I buy? It's like, you don't need it. They're supplements. They're supplemental. You don't need any of these to make gains. You don't need it right away, because how are you going to know it's working effectively for you? Or just having a sense of, okay, how does my body react when I'm a beginner to training? And then add in creatine later when you've got that baseline to see how much more of an improvement creatine makes. I think that's where people mess up. Stop looking for things like this, supplements to rely upon. Just see how your body responds to basic training, nutrition, and rest and recovery, and see what happens. Then you know what the supplements actually bring you, instead of wasting a bunch of money on supplements that you don't actually need. But yeah, that's basically it. That was my first YouTube video where I just basically ranted at your ass for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, however long this video is going to be. I appreciate this. Make sure you guys then, I don't know, what do you want to see? Tell me, what kind of videos should I make? I've had people say I should do like day in a life or gym vlogs or something like that, which sounds good, I guess. But I always want to keep it interesting. I don't want to do some boring ass stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ding dong. So give me some good ideas and I will definitely take them on board. And I will see you in the next video then. Who's going to fold first? I ain't gonna know. See, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make any sense because I do this on my lives, which makes sense because people are there live. You're not. I don't know if you're still here or if you're gone. So there's really no point to me doing this thing where I hang around after I've ended the video. It's kind of awkward. All right, bye.